Well, hi guys, this is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. First of all, I want to say a massive thanks to everybody who left comments on my last couple of videos regarding the last one was a waffly video where I was talking about diet and trying to make some changes to lose a bit of weight. And the one before that was a video log. I had loads and loads of people that said that they actually really enjoyed the videos. I thought they were a bit long and waffly, but apparently people really kind of enjoy the long waffly ones, so I'll probably be doing a few more of those at some point in the very near future. In fact, I've got some ideas regarding this whole diet thing, which I'll probably waffle on about at some point very soon. So let's have a look around the allotment and let's just see what's what. First of all, let's start off with this personalised crate that I was very kindly given back in May, or the end of May, and all of the plants or the flowers that I planted are all coming up beautifully. I was very careful to weed out all of the weeds, although I've just spotted a stinging nettle there which I'll have to take out. And you can actually see, I think it's actually starting to get some flowers on it now, so it's only a matter of time now before we have a really nice beautiful display of yellow flowers. So I could tell you the name, but I can't remember the name of them, but I shall either put them here or I shall let you know next time. Obviously I've got plenty of tomato plants all the way around the polytunnel, and they're all doing reasonably well. This one's a little bit smaller than the other ones. I'm not entirely sure why, because it's the same soil, same sort of growing conditions, but that's what I find with plants. Some do better than others. I don't think there's any real science behind it. It's just luck of the draw. Now, I haven't been here. I wasn't able to get down here yesterday, and we've had really scorching weather. Although I did thoroughly water them, the day before. I actually put a full watering can full of water into each of these pools. You can still see that they're still sort of very thirsty, especially this one in this pot. It's not particularly happy in this pot. I don't think it retains enough water, so I really need to be down here sort of every day watering. And the grapes are, well, they haven't really got any bigger. They're the same size, I think, as you saw them before. And some of them are starting to go a little bit wrong. I'm not quite sure why. If you've got any ideas, do feel free to let me know. I'm sort of thinking it might be a little bit too hot for them in here. Obviously when I come in here earlier it was well over 100 degrees. I think it was about 118 degrees. So, hello. All right. Hello.
Potato connoisseur.
Ooh, purple.
Bartlett's.
They are purple.
Cut one open and have a look, and then taste those.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you like a flowery potato, they are gorgeous.
Oh wow.
But keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Because they are purple.
Wow. Oh, thanks very much, Jim.
All right.
That's grand. Oh, there we go. Something to try a bit later for tea. Excellent. Right, I shall certainly take those home with me. Oh, my goji berry. Oh, the leaves are falling off. This is the goji berry that Sean brought down for me. What I did a bit of research on it, and it turns out that if you're going to grow them, you need to grow them in fairly small pots and make the pots larger as they get larger. So I took it out of there because that's where we originally planted it, and I put it into a pot. Now, I mean, you can see the pot's still moist. There's plenty of moisture there, so it hasn't dried out, but it's definitely not happy. However, I did want to plant goji berries right from the beginning, so Sean bringing that one down actually inspired me to order some more as well, and I've got 3 goji berry plants on the way, which I'm hoping to find sort of permanent residence on this site at some point very soon. The other 2 things that he bought, one was a arrow something, seems to be quite happy and doing well, and the other thing was a thingy, and I can't remember what that was, but that's doing just fine as well. And of course the sweet potato slips, and they're looking quite healthy and happy, even though the soil's very dry at the moment. I gave them a good watering 2 days ago, so that's really good. Runner beans in the back corner there, they're starting to do their climbing thing, anti-clockwise of course, and the same goes for back here. We've got all of these runner beans, they're all starting to take off and do their thing. The orphan bed is looking quite vibrant now, plenty of tomatoes all the way over it, and I've even put in a few stakes for the French beans are doing great. I don't normally have much success with French beans, but these seem to be doing okay. Same goes for the ones inside the polytunnel. A couple of them just aren't very good at all. They've sort of grown this big and then that's it. And one of them, one of them here, it's actually got some beans on it, which is good. But they are a dwarf variety, so they shouldn't grow that big. Prize carrots looking as good as ever, and despite not being watered yesterday, that soil is still nice and moist, so I'm quite pleased about that. Let's have a little look. Oh yeah, look, I've got a carrot. I'd say that's got at least 1.5 inch girth on it so far, so that's good. Let me just cover that up. So it's going to be interesting to see the reveal at the end of the year. Now this is interesting. As you probably know, these are the ones I was experimenting with, where I planted them on their side to give them a bigger root system, and they're clearly a lot taller now than the ones where I just planted them ordinarily. But the opposite is happening out here. With these 3 tomato plants, this one I planted ordinarily, and these 2 I planted on their side. And this one's obviously a lot smaller than the normally planted one. So I don't know if we can actually read anything into that, or whether they're just developing at their own speed. I'm not really going to be able to tell until the end of the season. This is the kale. It's actually starting to get little holes in it, so things are starting... Oh, hello. Got a green caterpillar. That's not a good sign, is it? I don't think these are good news, are they? I may have to harvest these a little bit sharpish. And look at these. Big, strong, healthy. This is dinosaur kale. Looking great, although that one's being eaten as well. So I'm going to have to start harvesting this stuff. I should get some of that today and take it home with me. Runner beans, they're doing great. They're actually... Oh, good grief. This one's taller than I am. That's really gone for it. And got a few flowers on them. I think these are Firestorm, and so I think it's only a matter of a small amount of time before we end up with some beans. Blackcurrant bush, lots and lots of blackcurrants this year. Last year I had about 5 blackcurrants. This year, hundreds of them. Now let's see if I can taste one. Let's find one that's pretty ripe. Let's give it a go. Excuse me a minute. Lovely. A little bit sharp. One thing I have noted and will say is this fabric membrane. It's pretty rubbish. It splits really, really easily. I mean, the grass and the bindweed itself has just pushed its way through, so I should not be using this next year. I mean, it's sort of helped a little bit to keep the weeds down. Obviously you can see it's pretty clear here, but wherever there's been holes, the weeds and the grass have just come back, with a vengeance. So I think next year, if I'm still covering up, I should be going over to this stuff, which is the plastic woven stuff, which is much, much stronger. It's doing a much, much better job. It's a beautiful day again. There's absolutely not a single cloud in the sky anywhere. Very nice. So there we go, that's the allotment today. Like I say, not a huge amount going on, it's just a bit of a waiting game now. I've only had a moderate harvest so far from the site. I think I would have liked a little bit more. I would have liked the potatoes, for example, to be a little bit bigger. Look what that was. Sorry, I had a little bang. But give it another month and I think I'm going to be overwhelmed with runner beans and tomatoes. So I think the crops off of those are probably going to be a little bit mental, which should be good. And I'm hoping I'll have enough tomatoes and runner beans that I can look into ways of preserving them and seeing if they can keep me going through the winter, which would be really cool. And of course now's the time of year to start thinking about winter vegetables and planting things up. I'm waiting on Sean's new video because I think he's going to be touching on planting certain winter vegetables, and I'll have a look and see what he's got to say and perhaps follow his lead, and we'll see when his video comes out. His video comes out on Wednesday, I think that's tomorrow, or normally he puts them up on Wednesdays, so that's good, something to look forward to. But yeah, I'm sort of thinking in terms of what I want to do next year, whether I'm going to do things differently. And I think a lot of it will depend on this new fandangled diet that I keep talking about, which is the fruitarian diet. I talked about it in my last video. And if I go over to pure fruits and vegetables, then obviously what I grow here needs to sort of match that accordingly. And I keep thinking about fruit trees, maybe getting some fruit trees and putting them in the places that because there's a lot of space here that I'm just not utilising. So I think quite possibly next year I may be considering fruit trees. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to sign off here. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the end of my allotment video. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I've done quite a few different takes. No doubt I'll just mash them all together and see what comes out. But there we go. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Just in case you're interested, these are the potatoes that Jim gave me, and I'm just going to slice them up. Look at that, the purple right the way through. It's amazing. And here's the one I peeled as well. These have all been peeled. Let's have a look inside this one. Look at that, it's amazing. I've also stripped the stems off of the kale, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to juice the stems and I'm going to cook the kale. There we go, that's my first full-on meal, everything from the allotment. That's potatoes from the allotment. These are the potatoes that Jim gave me. I'm going to try a little bit of the beetroot, and of course that's the kale, and I might just wash it down with a glass of wine, but shh, don't tell me.